Good morning. In the early hours of the day when I get in, before everybody starts checking in and it gets to looking like Grand Central Station around here, I do a lot of photography work so that I can do it uninterrupted. And this morning, that's what I'm doing. I'm photographing a large collection of glass paperweights and glass figurines that is in a state that we're currently working on. And I don't generally like to leave a lot of things like this, small items like this, in an estate when we're running a lot of the public through a home, just for security purposes. So I will bring them in and we'll sell them online or sell them in the store out of the case. And in this case, this lady has probably conservatively 300-400 different glass paperweights and in various forms of art glass. And also a lot of these heavy lead crystal figurines in the shapes of different animals. Here's a unicorn, a blowfish, a snail. A lot of these we see frequently, and some of them are quite unusual. And it's always a joy for me to go through things like this and see what it is that people collect, and do the research on things to see if we have something special. And chances are that in this very large collection that we have, there will be a few items in there that are going to be unique and special, and we'll do quite well on those. But I'm always fascinated by what people collect and the psychology behind why we collect the things that we do. I always wonder, well, why is it that you zeroed in on paperweights? You know, what was it about this that is why you chose this particular item to collect and amass, hundreds of? Years ago, my mom was traveling to, I think, Holland, and she brought me a little glass Dutch salt and pepper shaker. And it was cute, it had little windmills on it, and it was blue and white, which at that time matched my kitchen. So I put it up in the little display cabinet, and then everybody who would come to my house would see that, and they said, "Oh, you collect salt and pepper shakers." And pretty soon I would start getting salt and pepper shakers for Christmas and my birthday and just because. And the thing is, I didn't collect salt and pepper shakers. It's just that that's how it got started. And over the years, I amassed quite a collection. And one day I looked at all that and I thought, this is not something I want taking up space in my home. And I divested myself of most of them. But that's how I ended up with a very large salt and pepper collection. And I just always wonder, why did you pick this? Why did you pick little Wade figurines? Why did you pick bells? What was it that made you zero in on that? It's always kind of an interesting part of my work, to think about those sorts of things. If I could give you a couple pieces of advice when it comes to collectibles, and most everyone I know collects something. Some are more rabid collectors than others, but almost everyone I know has an affinity for something. And if I could give you two pieces of advice, one is collect what you love, and collect because you love it. Don't collect things because you think you're going to turn them for a profit later down the road, that they're going to increase in value, that this is going to be your retirement. I will talk at some point about some of the things that the bad news I've had to break to people over the years about, but what they invested large sums of money in, thinking that they were going to be able to care for themselves in their old age with that. So collect what you love and collect because you love it. And that this last piece of advice is to collect things that are small and don't take up a lot of space. My husband, the nice Catholic boy, has a lot of interest in a lot of things, and he collects things that take up a lot of space: cars, motorcycles, RC airplanes, hunting, fishing gear, all kinds of things. Me, however, I try to collect things that are very small and don't take up a lot of space because, and here's the hint of the day, if you collect small things that don't take up a lot of space, you can collect more of them and sneak them into the house and no one